What's up, world? It's your gentleman of fitness here, Knight Williams, in the building. And today, I'm putting together a banded workout. And all I require is that you have what? A resistance band, okay? These things right here are what are going to keep you on track while you're away from me on your vacation or on some type of workcation, right? Because a lot of us have jobs and we don't always have time to be here. So make sure you stick with this. We're about to start with exercise number 1, which is the squat. What I want you to do, we have 3 ways to do this. Number 1, we put 1 foot in the middle of the band. We bring the weight up and we make sure that the band is on the outside of the bicep, okay? From there, we make our feet square and we squat down and we come up. Be sure to keep the chest up. Don't bend forward. Whole other exercise. Straight up and down. Okay? If that's too easy, step off and step on with both feet. Now, if you have a very strong band, I highly recommend that you start from the ground. Like so. Once again, the bands are resting on the back of the delts. Okay? We're going to grip the bar nice and tight and bring the arms in to brace ourselves and stand. Here we go. Nothing changes. It's still just a squat. Nice and low, butt back, hips come forward, chest is up. You'll have a slight lean. Exercise number 2, the lunge. 2 ways to do this. Easier way, we have the band under the foot, like so. We bring the weight up, just like we did with the squat, and put 1 leg back in a reverse motion. Make sure you're feeling this on the front leg, okay? You should not feel this in the hip flexor of the left leg or the opposite leg. So make sure we have our weight forward, come straight down, straight up, straight down, straight up. Pushing through the heels and the balls of the foot. Just like that. Option 2. If that's too light and you don't have a super heavy band, wrap it around the foot. 1 good time. Boom. Make sure it's nice and even. If you look at the bottom of my shoe, you'll see it's wrapped around 1 good time. This isn't going to go anywhere, even if you come up on your toes. Nothing changes. We can either have it down here, as if we had a dumbbell, squat down, and we'll only have resistance at the top half of the exercise. But if you want to do the right way, the way that I prefer, bring the weight up behind the arms, just like the squat, put 1 leg back and go. 1, 2. Notice how I'm pushing into my big toe in the back. I'm rotating or rolling on my toes. This way my knee is able to properly bend and I don't feel that pulling in the hip. Exercise number 2. We unwrap it. We're going to do a bicep curl. Pretty easy move. All we're going to do is we're going to step on the band, lift up, straight up and down, keeping the chest up. If you look at my back, you'll notice that my shoulder blades are pulled back, okay? Make sure they're pulled back and don't let them come forward, because then your delts, your shoulder muscles are going to be pulling while you're curling the weight. So keep them pinched together and come up and down at an angle. The core is nice and tight, and then we go to work. If this is too light, wrap it around the foot 1 good time. Boom, I just increased the resistance by 10 to 15 pounds and go to work once again. If this is too easy, go forward, go sideways. In, out, in, out. Perfect. In, out. Whew. I felt that pump. Look at that. All right, number 2. We're on the arms, right? So let's go ahead and get the tricep, which is the back of your arm. Right here. I'm going to turn around so y'all can see what's going on. What you're going to do is you're going to step on 1 part of the band, kind of towards 1 handle. You're then going to curl the weight up and make sure the band is behind you. I want your elbow to be right in line with your shoulder. Okay? From here, you'll flip the palm up and extend upward. What I notice a lot of people will do is they'll open up their hand. Don't do this. Grip the weight. Always grip the band so that we get total contractile force throughout the tricep and the arm. Straight up and down. If you need to brace yourself with the free hand, grab across your hip or side or your obliques and then go to work. Just like that. I recommend you do this until you can't do it anymore to failure, or just do a simple 20. Like so. Then all you have to do the other side is turn around, get the other arm. Nothing changes. Everything is the same. Boom, that's the triceps. Next, we have the shoulders. This is a tough one with a lot of the bands because if you wrap it up too much, because of how tall or short each of you are, it might be harder or easier. So if you're a shorter person, wrap around the foot, lift it up, and press above. Boom, like so. Okay? If you're about my height, which is 5'10" and a half or so, and 6 foot and above, just put one foot there, bring one leg in front of the band to the side, lift up and press. Try not to let the band pull you back like an arch like this. This means that we have no core activation. So we want to bring the chest forward. Boom, I have a tight stomach. A lot of you want to work abs. Well, you work abs anytime you stand if you brace yourself properly. So here's our shoulder press. Perfect. All right, shoulder press complete. Let's go for a shoulder fly forward. So this is gonna work the front delt of your shoulder, okay? How this works, 9 times out of 10, most people are not gonna have enough strength to lift up a 20 and 30 pound band in front of them like so, with proper form. I just happen to be one of the few that can, and soon you will too. So if you can't do it with both arms, palms down, gripping the weight nice and tight, tucking the core, lifting straight up and down. If this is too difficult or you don't have the proper band, drop one side down and do it with one side. And now you'll lift a little bit higher. If that's too easy, simply just step a little bit higher on the band. Okay? Boom. Now I have a little more resistance. Lifting straight up, straight down. Moving in this plane of motion, the sagittal plane. Okay? From there, the deltoid, delta, triangle means there's 3 sides. So now we're gonna get the lateral head of the deltoid. And how that's gonna work is you're gonna stand here, you're gonna lift your arms straight up to the side like you're flying away, and then you're good to go. Just like that. Make sure you keep the core tight. And that's how we work the side lateral delt. And last but not least for the shoulders, we will do the shoulder fly, reverse shoulder fly. Wrap the weight around the foot. Come down low. Now, pay close attention. Come in a little bit, camera woman. We want to make sure we're low for this one. So we're going to squat down like we're going skiing down a toboggan. From here, our leg is going to go straight back and out to the side. Boom. I'm in a nice, strong, square lunge position. Okay? And then from here, I'm going to lift my arms straight up, leading with the elbows, like so. Have a slight pause at the top. Okay? And that is the rear delt shoulder fly. So that's all 3 heads of the deltoid. Next, we want to get the back. If you don't work anything else on your trips, Make sure you work the back. It's the biggest, it's the second biggest muscle in your body, next to your posterior chain, your gluteus maximus, which is the largest, okay? You have 52 muscles in your back and we need to make sure we use them. More muscle means more calories burned. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna wrap the foot with the band once again. We are then going to sit down with one leg, and it's gonna be the opposite arm, opposite foot. The harder it is, the further apart the band will be from your body towards the outside. Pull across the body with the elbows leading. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now, something a lot of people will do, they'll stop right here in line with the rib cage. This is the no-no. Make sure we pass the rib cage all the way back here. Why? The further back your elbow goes, the more lat activation you're gonna have. So rule of thumb, if your thumb isn't by your rib cage, you're not going far enough, okay? Another option you have is you can have the band straight in front of you, pull straight back, hold, and come down slow. Explode, and come down slow. The thing about bands is as they shrink, you start to lose resistance. So most of the resistance is at the peak of the movement, which is the very back. So make sure we really isolate those muscles and really pull. Make sure the chest is up and the core is tight. 1, 2, 3, 10. And that's how you can do your row. Next, you can put both feet inside, cross the bands, and now you can do a double hand row. Pulling across the body. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Make sure the chest is up and we're rowing and we're bringing the thumbs in line with the rib cage. Don't lean back. Good deal. Now we're gonna stand up. If you don't want to get on the floor, but you want to do basically the same movement, what we could do is put one head of the bands down. So I'll put it behind me so y'all can kind of see what I'm about to do. Step very close to the top half of the band. Put one leg back, rest forward, and pull back. 1, 2, start that lawnmower. 3, 4, 5, 6. So if you look at the mirror, you'll notice my elbow is way past my back. Can you see the mirror, camera woman? Yes. Perfect. Boom. That's the single arm row. Okay. That is going to be it for this version of the traveling workout. The next one I'm going to show you, we're going to need a door anchor. See you next time. This is Knight Williams signing out.